What problems are you solving for what population? What makes you unique? What skills do you need to develop? And how can they be integrated into a plan that makes the vision and the mission something that is a lived reality for you? So the program is holistic, it's comprehensive, and it's life-changing.
Welcome back to our Happy Rainmakers video series where point one can make a difference. I'm joined today by Scott Mason, the Myth Slayer. Thanks so much for joining us, Scott.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
So what does a Myth Slayer do?
The Myth Slayer works with attorneys who are frustrated, they're bored, they feel a call. That call might be bringing them into, if they follow it, a place where they are doing something different than they might have imagined when they went to law school, where they feel satisfied, where they are having possibly a bold impact, or where they're simply feeling fulfilled. I help them understand what that call is, what it points them to, what they need to do in order to get there, and then help them build an internal narrative that makes that plan turn into reality. At the end of the day, two big questions lay at the heart of this. One, why did I go to law school in the first place? And while I was in law school, as sort of a sub-question, how did I experience it? Did I feel an inner call that said, I need to be practicing law? And once you were in law school, did you feel that click inside that says, it's magic. I really understand this. It's right for me. It's what I was meant to do. If the answer to those questions is yes, then you probably do just need to switch into another job. The second question is, what sort of impact are you seeking to have, and is it one that the law can bring you to? Fundamentally, who are you inside? Are you fundamentally a creative, but you suppress that? Did you go to law school because, as was the case with me, business school didn't seem right? You certainly didn't have the mathematical or the scientific abilities to really succeed in one of the sciences or a tech-related field or something like that. And law school seemed like the best choice to avoid ending up in poverty with your literature degree. Right? Then it probably was not the career for you. We each only live once. If you're understanding those questions and they're speaking to you and the answer is yes, something holistic can make the difference between a life that's perpetually unfulfilled and a life where you really not only feel great, but can change a lot of the world around you.
Talk us through that a little bit. Let's say somebody's watching this right now and they say, yeah, I was a philosophy major in college and there weren't a lot of job openings for philosophy majors. So I went to law school because it seemed like the next thing to do. And I've never really felt drawn to it. I've never really loved it. And it's making me increasingly unhappy. They reach out to you, and how do you get started?
First of all, I do a broad intake that examines really what it is that they want from life, what their vision for the future, if they have one, might be, and what is keeping them where they are. There are 5 toxic internal narratives that I have found that repeatedly keep people from then, once they have that understanding of their unhappiness as well as an unfulfilled vision being in place, keep them where they are. In other words, it keeps them playing small. So I help them to understand how those toxic narratives, those toxic myths are playing out within their lives. I help them go through a process in which they are able to get rid of them, and then we're set up to begin to shift the internal narrative. The internal narratives, Jennifer, that we tell ourselves ultimately drive our professional and our personal outcomes. So the next phase of working with me goes as to what that different narrative looks like. We look at things like their skills, their experiences, their finances, what they feel passionate about. What are their non negotiables? For instance, what is a minimal salary that they will accept? Or what is a location that they will not move to should it all come? Putting that and some other things together, we develop a life vision statement. So they have this large scale objective, not specific, but big picture mountain that they are aspiring to climb. From there, we work to develop a mission. In other words, the steps that they need to take in order for that vision to come to life. I also work with them to develop their inner charisma. They're going to start feeling some real passion along the way. Good, because when you switch into another life phase, you're going to need to galvanize people and resources behind you in order to get other people on board. And charisma is how it happens. Once all of that's done, we figure out, okay, what problems are you solving for what population? What makes you unique? What skills do you need to develop? And how can they be integrated into a plan that makes the vision and the mission something that is a lived reality for you? So the program is holistic, it's comprehensive, and it's life-changing.
Wow, it really sounds like it is. So, for anyone who's watching this video and hearing themselves describe, they never really were passionate about law school, they were never passionate about practicing, and it's making them feel very unhappy now. I think they should reach out and have that conversation. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.